In this video, we're going to talk about how a business plan reduces risk. Specifically, we're going to talk about how it reduces the risk of an audit and much more. So grab something. You're going to want to take some notes. Specifically in this video, we're going to talk about 4 things. We're going to talk about why you need it. What are the components of it? There's 7 of them we're going to talk about specifically. How does a plan help avoid risk, not just audit, but other things as well? And how do you do an entire plan in less than 4 hours and have no writer's block? So why do you need a business plan? Like, just the sheer thought of it, it's got to be like horrifying for some of you entrepreneurs who are like, you roll your eyes and go, really, I have to do this? Here's why you absolutely need to do it. If you're ever audited, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, every tax group from the government, in America it's called the IRS, if you are audited and you have a company, they are going to say, so young lady, young man, you're doing all these deductions. Tell me, what's your legal intent to make money? And that's what you're going to document on a business plan. What is your legal intent to make money? And so through a business plan, a very simple plan, as I said earlier, it's going to be less than 4 hours. You're going to document everything that you are needing in the components of a plan because you want to avoid the audit. And what you do when that tax agency comes to you, you say, here's my plan. I can promise you my plan has got many, many people in lots of countries through the audit because it's so thorough and it's so clear. And honestly, it's really simple. So make sure you stay to the end so I can show you simple. So what are the components that are required in a plan? Well, I had a few non-requirements because I think it's very thought-provoking. And as an owner, I want you to dig deeper into your values and your mission. So the first one is your vision, I call it. And that's going to include your values, your mission, your personal description. Like, what's it going to be like when this thing is up and running? What kind of money? Are you going to have an office? Are you going to work virtually? Are you going to be in it? Are you going to be on it? Like, what's it going to be like? Who are the customers you're going to serve? Like, the clearer you are in the beginning about this, the better the rest of it goes. So that's one that I just add to all of them. It's not legally necessary, but I think it's critical. So what's the vision? The next one, what are the strategies? Which means, what are your revenue strategies? How are you going to make money? Like, what are the things you're going to do? So in our company, for example, we have books and I have a Millionaire Maker game. So we have products, right? That's one strategy to make money. Another strategy is we do coaching. Different, we do mentoring and mastermind, right? Which is different. And then we have just a ton of very, very topical group coaching. So do you want to write a book? Do you want to do real estate? Do you want to do cryptocurrency? Do you want to do franchise? So we have very specific strategies. And then within them, I want you to write down the tactics. What does it take to get that strategy to its highest achievement, whatever that is for you, right? So you have your vision, you have your strategies, your tactics. Now let's dig into your revenue models. So your revenue models is, how is the strategy going to make money? This is where you add pricing, you add actually, a value ladder, is what we call it, where, from the books to the game, like what's the strategy and how is it going to actually make you money? And then we got to get to the fun stuff. I call it the fun stuff. You may not think it's fun, but I love the marketing and sales. How are you going to market it? How are you going to sell it? So in marketing, I take you through a very descriptive on and offline process. How are you going to sell your items and your strategy? Then we do the big one. It's not just accounting, it's your corporate structure, it's your tax. And a lot of this really, it's enough that's going to come from you, your accountant. If you don't have a tax accountant or a bookkeeper that are phenomenal, I have spent 25 years building a very integrated wealth team. So whoever you need in all these categories, I have them. And guess what? They actually talk to each other. What a novel concept. A lot of people that you hire, they only talk to you. And so you're still in the middle having to do all the heavy lifting, and sometimes you don't know how. So the integration of the team allows you to get a lot of support. And then the last chapter is your team, right? And it's so critical. I don't know how many times people skip the team part. Now I'm going to go to an elevated business plan. This is just an operational business plan. We'll get you through audits and things like that. The next level of plan are for those of you who want to raise capital, right? So if you're really going to go for it, you're going to do a PPM or a prospectus, you want to raise capital, you need a management team. One of my greatest mentors said, money follows management. And a lot of people, they'll say, well, it's only me. And you want an investor to invest in you. Well, that's a problem. And people invest in a team. So I spend a lot of time on that chapter and that part of a plan because you do need to beef up a plan. Like I'm in a lot of people's plan as their financial advocate. I'm called the financial strategist. I'm called the business strategist, whatever you want to call me, as long as it's nice. You can put me in your plan as long as I like really know you. So if you want like seriously to get to know me, you have to comment. You have to get in there and say, I want to know you, and you better subscribe. Like if you're not subscribing and you're commenting, that's a little odd, right? Because I can know your comment, but if you subscribe, we're going to get in a relationship. We're going to have a very different relationship. In fact, might even be your personal mentor. So let's get back to the business plan. So you actually know why you need one. And it just does provide a lot of clarity, like just helps you. So you know why you need it. You know what the elements are. And what else does it do to prevent and really reduce your risk? It actually keeps you out of lawsuits and very differently. So here's how entities work. These are corporate structures. In America, they're LLCs, S Corp, C Corp, limited partnerships. Depending on what state, I know everybody just kind of flips over to the LLC as a simple one. In the majority of states, the LLC is probably the right one. But you really need to talk to one of our experts to make sure it's the right one. And there's a few states, it's completely the wrong one. And I'm not going to tell you which ones they are. You have to talk to our team. You have to get that done right. But inside the company structure, then let's just say you're operating, right? And say you're a nutrition company and you do weight loss and you do fitness and you teach people about hydration and sleep and all those important health things. And the company, right, has all the content and everybody works for the company, inside the company, not you as the individual. Let's just say somebody says you gave them the wrong advice and they got hurt or they got injured and they had to go to the hospital and they blame you. They're going to sue you. Welcome to the United States. Not just the United States. I have clients all over the world that have been sued because they're going to say you hurt me. Or, you know, worse, you actually have some brick and mortar, right? You actually have an office and they walk out and they trip and fall and they're going to sue you. They can only sue for the contents inside that company. So let's say out over here, you and your spouse own a bunch of real estate. You have your home, you have other assets. They can't get to anything else. They can only get to the company. So that's asset protection. It provides liability protection. It provides tax strategies. It provides audit protection. So the company is critical, and then you write the business plan for that company. Now, the last part that I really want to talk about is how do you do all this and not get writer's block? Because really you as the generative owner, you're the one generating the ideas, generating the marketing. You got to do this. So here's how I do it. I take this little device, one sec, called my phone, and I record. So I hate typing. Typing is like chewing glass. I'd rather like not. And the truth is for most people, why they get writer's block is because you keep re-editing. You start typing and then you read back through what you said. And then you start criticizing what you said. So just don't do that. You're brilliant. You're super smart. You could do this with some of your team members, which is what I really love. Like put the people that are on your marketing team, you know, maybe some salespeople, maybe your accountant. I love doing these, by the way. If I'm on your team, I love doing this process. So you open it up, you hit a little go button, and you start talking. So I do have a 4-hour audio that I walk you through the vision, the strategy, the tactics. But once I walk you through, then you hit pause and you talk about it. And you're recording this whole conversation of what do you think our vision is? And you're recording it. And then you go to strategy and you're recording it. And somebody might get on a whiteboard and you're recording it. So you record all of this, and guess what? You can send it out to a simple transcription services. You go to rev.com, you go to Otter, wherever you want to go, have that audio transcribed into a document, and then have somebody take the pictures that you actually took of the whiteboards or whatever things you wrote up and insert it all. Voila, you have a business plan. I can promise you somebody on your team is going to want to do the tippy typing and put it all together so it looks lovely. But you don't ever have to do the typing. I don't ever do the typing. I do the talking, and it all gets done. And we literally do it in less than 4 hours. Now, a few clues if you do get stuck, which you might. And the place I can tell you that you get stuck, and I hear this a lot from my clients, is why do you put the vision up front? That's like the hardest part. Because sometimes your vision isn't really a vision. You just want to quit your darn job. Well, that's really not a vision. Like our vision and mission at Live Out Loud Integrated Wealth is to change this conversation about money, right? So that's a big one. It's way beyond myself. It's worldwide. And the truth is, in a vision and mission like that, you probably aren't going to achieve it in your lifetime, but you're going to take a big, pretty big stick to it and go after it. So if you don't know what your vision or mission or some of these things are, let's just say you get down to sales and marketing, you're not sure what that's going to be. In big, red, bold, and you just tell the transcription, say in big, red, bold, say, I do not know, come back, and then keep going. So while you have the team, just do as much as you can, get through the whole thing, start to finish. Say you get down to the end and I talk about team and you're like, I don't know who my team's going to be. Say, come back to it. But at least you've thoroughly done it. Now you only have a few tasks that you got to go back to and you will get it done. I don't know how many people start a business plan and they never finish it. And it's really your guide. I mean, let's just say you take a road trip or you're going to fly somewhere, you have to know where you're starting to where you're going, right? This is your map. Business plans are critical, absolutely necessary for you to do, and I think I make it super darn easy. So again, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're going to keep digging into not only this, but every other money question that you have. Make sure you make a lot of comments, share with your friends, do a little bit of everything, because we're going to have a lot of fun. And for those of you who really, really are serious, I want to make you a millionaire. Here's what this business is. It's one of the biggest assets. I know my company is one of the biggest assets I've ever built. Now, have I made a lot of money in other asset classes like real estate and gas and oil and other things? Yes. But at the end of the day, this business that you're going to build, the database you're going to build, is a huge asset to your wealth building. So what I want to do is I want you to click on the link below. It's going to take you to my 3 to 5 year millionaire plan, where we're going to talk about how do you become a millionaire and how a business is a huge asset that is in your balance sheet.